Hey, Steve, here on Steve Shetler Media, hanging out at Diggs Rod Shop just outside of Oskaloosa. We've got Neil Crott with us, and Neil's more of a car guy than I am. So, Neil, it's all yours. Take it away and talk to Craig Fawcett here at Diggs.
Thanks, Steve. Yes, again, Diggs Rod Shop, and been myself by this place hundreds of times. Always wondered the backstory and what you guys really did here, and it's more than just a little thing going on, and we're going to get to the big stuff. But
it is
just a brief history of how you got here, and
most car guys make it a hobby, and over the years it just turned into a business, is what it ended up doing. So there was a market for it. I knew that. My son Alan, who is my partner, we just started focusing on the cars, and one thing literally led to another, and now there's 15,000 square feet of hot rod shop in Oskaloosa. So.
And that's just it. Walking around here with you earlier, I mean, you've got a great facility.
Thank you.
And again, people going by wouldn't have a clue what's going on. You're not your typical repair shop, body shop, things like that. You're focusing more on hot rods.
Literally, hot rods. This is what I grew up doing, and these vehicles are, guys that are, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. This is what we drove back in the day. So I learned to work on these. Well, as, time progresses and more of the technology gets out there, these get left behind. And not only that, but hot rods and street rods and things like that, they're just one of the icons in America.
Oh, absolutely.
Guys love hot rods, and so I knew there was a market for it, and so this is all we work on here is hot rods.
That's super cool. It really is. And I think we could do the rest of it on this one particular truck. But speaking of this truck, you've been to shows.
Yes.
Specifically with this one. And where was that one at? Good Guys?
That was Good Guys, and we debuted this truck this last spring in Nashville, Tennessee, or the National Nationals, which was in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay.
And we took the truck down there, and the first time we'd ever even had it out and showed it, and we received an Iron Builder of the Year finalist award through Good Guys with that, which I was blown away. Built a lot of cars and never really put something out there to show. And all of a sudden, when we put this one out here, and again, I would tell you, Alan's my mastermind behind all this stuff, because he's the one that pushed us into this direction. And so when we debuted it, it was bam. We get this really awesome award for it.
It's got to be that amazing feeling to be recognized
Yes.
once and for all.
Yes.
More than just
Yes.
coming out here in the morning and seeing what you've built.
Right.
You're getting recognized on a bigger platform.
Yes.
And so let's tell everybody, I'm going to let you tell everybody about this specific truck and its future here next month.
Well, this started as a 1952, just a farm truck. We bought it down in Missouri, brought it home, and just through the phases that we built this truck, we started off with an Art Morrison chassis, which most of the hot rod guys out there know who Art Morrison is. That's just a very reputable chassis builder. And Blueprint engines, which this is a 427 cubic inch stroke LS fuel injected engine, sits at 640 horsepower is what this one is, and so it's no slouch. And then with that said, all the metal work and all the body work, all the engine work that we have done in this shop is here. From the wiring to the upholstery to the glass and the reassembly, everything. It's all done right here. Yep, all in-house.
That's huge for any shop of any caliber to talk about. But from that point and going to Good Guys, you've got a little bit bigger fish to fry out there. And for the car enthusiasts or guys that are in restorations, even just like watching the shows, wishing they could do it, they've heard one name and they know. They know that it's the big time. And where are you going next, James?
Barrett Jackson. That's where this truck is going. It was our full intentions to build this truck for sale. Okay, so when we debuted it, and we were just getting award after award after award. We even went to the Shindig in Kansas City. It's called the C10 Shindig. And there's a little over 500 trucks, just GM trucks there. And we got a Crown of Kings there, which they only picked 10 And out of all those trucks, and we received that award. So we knew that this truck was going to be awesome. We were going to sell it, that's for sure. And when we were going to sell it was the big question. So we have now been in contact with Barrett Jackson, and the truck is logged. So if you go to Barrett Jackson's website, it's lot number 1302. So you can just punch that in and you'll see the truck. And so it's headed to Scottsdale in January of 2024. And not only that, but it'll be sold on Saturday, which is
The big
prime
one.
time. It's the
Yeah,
big
absolutely.
time, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and again, like with Barrett Jackson, again, those that know anything about it, you know, not just anybody gets to this.
That's
You can't just build an amazing. Not that can't happen. You can't just build an amazing vehicle and just pull in there and think you're getting on.
Well,
that stage.
You're absolutely right. I had to fill out forms.
Right.
I had to literally write an essay about this truck.
Oh.
And I'm not a writer, but I had to give it to them in paragraph form and give them the details of what we have in this. And
Wow.
once I submitted that, they got back to us right away, and they said they wanted this truck at that auction.
That's
And
amazing.
So we were excited about that. There's a lot of automobiles that sell at the Barrett Jackson auction. However, to get the Friday or Saturday spot, I'm really
Like you said, that's
blown
prime
away.
time.
That's prime time, and so most hot rod guys are going to be watching Barrett Jack just to see what's going
Sure.
on in the market and what's selling and who's buying what, and we're going to be there in January.
And how cool is it, to know that watching that show, and this is sitting in Southeast Iowa.
Yeah, right out of Oskaloosa, Iowa.
And exactly. And again, driving by, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
And the caliber of your guys' work is amazing.
Thank you.
Just
I
walking
appreciate
around.
that.
And this is the biggest one. I mean, you've got another one behind us that's amazing looking truck.
It's almost a twin, just different colors, and
Right.
just the same power plant, same chassis, different wheels, different color, different interior. However, that one received the top 10 in Des Moines at the Good Guys show this last year. And this is kind of my pride and joy truck right here. They walked right past this one in Des Moines. Yeah,
Really?
they went right to that one right there. So they can only get 10 of those awards, and so I wasn't disappointed in any way.
Well, sure.
I mean, that we built that one too. So,
And
yeah.
again, your son Alan is,
Yes.
is pretty much your main guy there.
He is,
But you've got other employees here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not just doing this on nights for yourself.
No, we have a fabrication department, we have an upholstery department, obviously body and paint, you see that in the background. Right here where this one's at, this is disassembly, reassembly. We have an area where we do maintenance on the vehicles also. So, hot rod guys that, they don't want to work on their own hot rod anymore, and they need a place to take it because of the old technology. It's kind of been lost in the shuffle. Well, they can bring that here too. I mean, we've done repair work, rewires, just general maintenance on a hot rod too. It's required, and we do that here also.
That's great. Well, so yeah, again, for those that remember, I'll open the door.
Oh yeah, sure. Open the door. We can check it out.
But yeah, again, so when is it? January? What's the date of that?
January 20th through the 28th.
Yeah, and you're
Yes.
gonna on the okay.
We're going to be on the 27th,
Yep.
which is Saturday. And
Yeah,
which,
that's huge.
I was hoping for Friday night. If we could just at least get in
Sure.
Friday night, would be good. But if it was Saturday, that would be awesome. And so they're putting us in Saturday, and it's just an honor to be there.
Yeah.
It really
Well,
is.
and we want to thank you for letting us come by today.
No problem.
And spread the word that you're here. This is a hot rod shop, and it's definitely up and running full steam ahead. And so yeah.
Let's pop the hood. Let's take a
there
look.
you go.
Can we look under the hood?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I was telling you guys earlier when COVID hit, we couldn't hardly get anything, and we had to produce that piece on the truck itself. And even this engine cover, we fabricated that here too. So the firewall, that's our firewall. We push that back, and so literally we make them tall too. So if you ever want to put a supercharger on it, there's room for the supercharger.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And which is what's underneath this plastic right here. If you look at the background, that's another Art Morrison chassis. That's a 48 5-window, and that's 840 horsepower sitting underneath that plastic that we're getting ready to load up. So
That's fantastic. Well, again, thank you for letting us come over here, and hopefully would buy in the future to see
You
some more
bet. Stop
builds.
by anytime. You know.
Absolutely. Just east of Oskaloosa.
Yep.
Diggs Rod Shop. And yeah, I don't know. I just appreciate being here again. Like I said, the car enthusiasts out there, tune in January.
Well, we're glad to be here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, thank
right.
you very much. And we won't even talk about your nickname.
Not very many people know that.
Again, we're at Diggs Rod Shop just outside of Oskaloosa. Thanks for your time.